Hello friends, let's talk about today's writing topic. So the topic we have is, some people think that it is a waste of time for an individual to plan for the future. So to make plans for future is a complete waste of time, and that it is more important to focus on the present. So the statement is that people should focus on their present and they should never plan for future. Do you agree or disagree? So whenever you have a statement and you have to agree or disagree with the statement, so the very first part is you have to read it very carefully and should not get confused. Okay, so this is exactly a one statement that you shouldn't focus on your future, you should only and only focus on your present. So you cannot say that, okay, I agree that it is more important to focus on the present, but at the same time, if you agree the statement, means you agree for both of the statement that spending time on future planning is wastage. So do you think future planning is not important? No, I don't think so. So I disagree with the statement. When I say disagree, means I say that spending time on future planning is important, but at the same time, obviously, that spending time in present or thinking about present is also important. But the main statement here that you need to focus is about future. So we are going to disagree with that particular statement. Right, now we'll discuss why it is important to plan for future. Okay, so the very first point we have is, future planning keep people motivated and focused. So when you think about your future, right, so what will happen? You will start setting your goals. Your goals might be, obviously, if you are watching this video, so you must be having goal of moving abroad for higher studies, no doubt. Okay, so if you are having this goal, you need to set this goal beforehand. All of a sudden you cannot say today, okay, I feel I should go to Canada for my higher studies. I book a flight and I go over there. Is it possible? No, that's not possible. Okay, obviously in the future, if I want to go anywhere, I have to make plans beforehand and I have to fulfill all the stages, all the steps of it. If you really want to go to Canada for your higher studies, you have to you have to apply for your passport first. You have to complete your graduation or whatever the studies you want to complete over here, because if you are not educated, if you don't have a degree, a successful degree in your hand, you cannot apply for study visa, right? So you have to follow, all the stages. So this is what we have over here, that future planning keep people motivated and focused, and it pave a way. Pave a way means give you a direction towards success. So what generally people do, people break their long-term goals into several short-term goals which are easier to be accomplished. So the short-term goal and the long-term goal means, I'll again take the same example, because I think these example which we are talking about, higher studies in Canada or higher studies in Australia, it is more relatable. Okay, so if you want to go to Canada, this is your long-term planning. Long-term planning is what? To get PR, to get a permanent residency in Canada. Okay, so what are the short-term goals? The short-term goals are everything. You have to manage money for that. Might be your parents are doing, but still you are a part of it. You have to complete your the passport, police verification, medical, and the most important is you have to clear your IELTS with 6 bands, 6.5 bands or 7 bands. So these all are what? These all are the short-term goals, and many more are also associated with the same. So once you have a long-term goal for your future, your present has a direction what you should do. Otherwise, if you are not thinking anything for future, what you will be doing today. Whatever I am doing today is always relatable, is always relevant to my future. If your parents send you school in childhood, why your parents send you school? Because they were thinking about your future. They were not thinking about on that particular day. Okay, so these goals which are easier to be accomplished. So in that way, future planning is important, so that we get a direction for the future target. The second we have is planning. If we have future planning, we can organize and we can improve our time management skills. So people, they can improve their time management skills. They can divide their task into the timetable they have, and accordingly they can go and accomplish it. So they make a list of things that they're supposed to do, and at the same time they widen their knowledge. So whatever the skills are needed, they might go and join some institutions, schools or colleges to achieve that degree, to learn the skills which are needed to follow or to pursue their passion, their dream for future. Okay, so they organize and improve their time. Otherwise, what will happen if I have no passion, if I have no future planning, if I have no dream for my future? So else what happen? No planning for future makes present life meaningless. Okay, so how it makes present life meaningless? If I'll not be thinking about tomorrow, what I'll be doing? Nothing, because I have my parents. They will be feeding me up, they'll be providing all the facilities, all the luxuries which I need. So what am I doing? I'm doing nothing, because I need nothing for my future. I'm not thinking about it. So in that way, basically your present life becomes meaningless. So once you have your future planning, you can organize the things, you can improve your time management, you can learn the skills which are needed, okay, and you'll make a list of things that you're supposed to do. So in that way, step by step, you keep on doing each and everything. So always your present actions and activities should be dependent on your future goals, and it actually happens. Okay, again, for example, I have written that we have discussed like moving abroad for higher studies required in-depth planning. In-depth means detailed planning. You cannot plan in a day, you cannot plan in a month. It takes a lot of time. At the same time, if you want to open up a business, if you want to start up a business, so start up a business means requires planning. Okay, so whatever your actions for future are, each and every action requires planning beforehand, because if you do not plan, you might fail miserably. Without planning, obviously it all depends on luck then. Okay, then we'll talk about the third is, that's the most important again, saving for future or saving for rainy days. So when I talk about rainy days are trouble days. Okay, so people should save a lot of money, or whatever they can manage to save for the difficult days that they might face in future, or because that is crucial or indispensable. Indispensable is most important. So here I have taken an example of daily wage earners. Daily wage earners means people who are working on the daily basis, such as rickshaw pullers, vegetable sellers. So these are the people who are actually working for hand to mouth. Hand to mouth means they earn for themselves on every day. Now just suppose what might have happened with these people last year due to COVID lockdown. They were working, they were earning their food on the daily basis, and once there was a strict lockdown imposed last year, all these people were jobless. And the people who have never planned for their future, now how they would have survived? They were completely on the mercy of others. If they were donated some food, these might be NGOs, these might be other, that social workers, might be you, anybody, right, who helped them. So because of the mercy of others, they survived. Otherwise, since they didn't have any planning for future, they were completely destroyed, devastated. Right. So that is the same thing. The daily wage earners, they encountered numerous issues during lockdown. Many of the small scale companies, they also shut down. Why? They were not having enough resources to manage, to survive, to sustain their business. So in the same way, this is one of the live example that we all have seen. Right? So planning for future, saving for future is again the most important part, so that we can lead our life the way we want, not the way people are dragging us to lead. Right. Another one is, we can talk about health insurance. When people take health insurance, do you think they are taking for present? No, they are not taking it for present. They are always taking it for future. In future, since it is unpredictable, you will never know what might happen, what the future will bring for you. And we can never assume, we can never wish everything good for us. Okay, so everybody has its own good and bad, right? So obviously we take health insurance just again for the sake of future, to secure our future life, and that is always appreciated. Then the next, when we talk about planning for vacations, when you want to travel around, when you want to travel, might be different places, different cities, different countries. So do you think that planning for vacations with family? Why? Because you want to enjoy your present, you want to spend your quality time with your friends, with your family, you want to strengthen your relations. But don't you think that traveling, that vacations, especially with family, requires a lot of planning? You need to book your hotel in advance, you really need to check your budget, you have to apply for leaves. So this is again what? These are a part of planning. So whatever we are doing, everything is a part of planning, and if we are planning beforehand, obviously we will be successful, or I would say the probability of becoming successful will increase like anything. Okay, so next I would say that present is crucial. So I don't say that you shouldn't enjoy your present. You should enjoy your present, but at the same time you need to manage a balance. You need to maintain a balance between your present and future, because ultimately your present leads your direction to the future. Okay, because if I talk about tomorrow, it's the future, but when I talk about tomorrow, when I enter into tomorrow, it would become present. Okay, so these are actually related. So present is important, present is crucial, and enjoyment is always welcomed. No one says, in fact I don't say that don't enjoy your present. You do enjoy your present, not by keeping the future at stake. At stake means in trouble or in danger. So you should enjoy your present in that way, that you have a planning for your future. It shouldn't be an unplanned way, that whatever you are doing recklessly. Why? Because you just want to enjoy your present. Let's say if I talk about this present, whatever you are enjoying in present, another example to make it more clear. So when I talk about youngsters, teenagers, whenever they are driving at really high speed, just to enjoy that moment. That is called enjoying the present, but putting your future at stake. They don't think about their future. They are not driving at a very fast speed. Why? Because they are having some emergency. They are driving at a fast speed. Why? Because they just want to enjoy that particular moment. They really find it quite thrilling, quite adventurous, but at the same time they are not planning for their future. And obviously you know that these kind of road accidents happen because of these teenagers. They put their life in danger, and at the same time the life of someone else is also in danger. Okay, so this is another example to make this topic clear to you. I hope this topic is now clear to you. If you still have any doubt, you can write it down there in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to address all of your doubts. And if you have not subscribed our channel, do subscribe it now and share it with your friends. Okay, so all the best.